During this time, many of us are stressed, worried, or anxious. But we have to remember there are certain things that we cannot control, and we can only control what we show within ourselves. Let's just remember this simple phrase, Hakuna Matata. Well, what does that mean? It means no worries for the rest of our days. It's our problem-free philosophy, Hakuna Matata. With that being said, welcome back, scholars. Let's get ready to learn. Today's learning focus is I can add 2 3-digit numbers using concrete materials or drawings. And in today's example, we're going to focus on a problem that does not involve regrouping or renaming. We're just getting the process of expanded notation. So expanded notation is the main focus. So let's just write that down here. Expanded notation. And we've looked at expanded notation before, but now we're going to look at it in terms of addition. Okay, so expanded notation. So let's go ahead and indicate the hundredths place with 3 lines. Okay, both of those numbers are in the hundredths place. And then tens place with 2 lines. And again, you don't have to draw 3 lines, 2 lines, 1 line. You can just draw 1 line, especially if you're using a different color. Using a different number of lines helps when you're using pencil only. Okay. But this also helps to remind you, these are the ones in the hundreds. These are the numbers in the tens place, and these are the numbers in the ones place. All right, so first, okay, there's 2 different ways we can write this. We could write it this way, 300 plus 400. Okay, we're first going to set it up before we solve it. Then let's look at the tens place. 70 plus 20. Okay, and then finally the ones place. 2 plus 5. Okay, and in this case, let's go ahead and add the hundreds first. So 300 plus 400 is 700. Okay. Now let's add the tens. 70 plus 20 equals 90. Make sure you line these numbers up in the correct place. If you put the 9 here and the 0 here, it becomes, well, without an extra 0, but it becomes 900. And that's going to completely change the answer. So put the tens in the tens place, put the ones in the ones place, put the hundreds in the hundreds place. And then finally we have 2 plus 5, which is 7. And again, that belongs in the ones place. Here's ones, here's tens, here's hundreds. That's extremely important to line those numbers up. All right, so if we were adding all those numbers together, and this word is taking up our space, but let's go ahead and add a plus sign here. We're just going to draw an arrow. So we have 7, 9, 7. Okay. So 797. That's one way to solve it. And here's another way. All right, let's look and see what we did here. Okay, trying to see if I have enough space. So 300 plus 400. Let's just draw a little line right here, just separate them. Okay. And then 70 plus 20. And then finally 2 plus 5. It's essentially the same way of solving it. It's just another way of writing it, of visually seeing it. So here we add 300 plus 400, and of course we know that's 700. 70 plus 20 is 90, and 2 plus 5 is 7. And then you would add those three numbers together to equal 797. All right, so we look forward to you adding 2 three-digit numbers using concrete materials or drawings and using the expanded notation strategy.